Thank you for being here. I hereby call this meeting of the City Commission together at this time for the month of March. At this time, I'd like for us to stand for the Lord's Prayer, then we'll have a Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm going to ask our former Fire Chief if he would give us honor in leading the Pledge of Allegiance. Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Attention, salute. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Commissioner Hughes.
Here.
Commissioner Mosier.
Here.
Commissioner Richardson.
Here.
Commissioner West.
Here.
Commissioner Stockton.
Here.
You have minutes in your packet for February. Is there a motion that we approve these minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Motion does carry. Due to the tax season, the distribution for February will be ready. Won't be ready until the March meeting, so we will table those to next month. I'd like to welcome all our visitors tonight. Looks like we've got a good group of visitors. We thank you for being here. I will now open a public hearing to take comments on two items. First, ordinance number 977, which amends the sign section of the code. Is anyone present to make a comment on this ordinance number 977? We discussed this in the workshop. Moving on to partial on Mary Chapel Road, the property owner has requested these two partials be annexed into the City of Sweetwater's corporate limits. Is there anyone present here to make a comment on the annexation? Again, we talked about this in the workshop. The public hearing is now closed. In old business, we have tabled the schedule of fees to the April meeting. We move on to ordinance number 977 to amend the sign ordinance. Is there a motion?
I make a motion for acceptance of ordinance 977 as submitted by the Planning Commission.
Third.
Any discussion? Any questions? If not, roll call vote.
Commissioner Hughes.
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier.
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Stockton.
Aye.
New business. In new business, we have a capital improvement plan. We can make changes needed tonight if necessary or in an upcoming workshop. We need to pass it in the April meeting. Does anyone have any changes on the capital improvement plans? We're going to table the library report to the workshop coming up next, later on in the month. As discussed in the workshop, the new STP project to pave Linwood and Hawkins Road requires that we take two steps tonight. The first is to adopt the TDOT consultant section process. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed likewise? Motion does carry. Second, we need to approve the contract with TDOT for the project to use the STP funds. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion does carry. Now we move on to the resolution to annex two parcels off Murray's Chapel Road, which also includes an exhibit that will detail the plan of service for this property. Is there a motion we accept?
I make a motion we accept this resolution.
Is there, motion been made and second, any discussion? Roll call vote.
Commissioner Hughes.
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier.
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Stockton.
The motion does carry. Now that we have annexed the property, we need to zone it. We have ordinance number 976, which zones the property to C5, Interstate Interchange Commercial District. Is there a motion?
I make a motion for approval of ordinance 976 as submitted by the planning commission.
Second.
In discussion. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Hughes.
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier.
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Stockton.
Motion carries. We also have a budget amendment to make two changes and clarify the Board of Education's budget is formally adopted for 2019 and 2020. The two changes will add funding for the part-time janitorial position and the funds requested from the county for reappraisal. We talked about both of these in the workshop the other night. Is there a motion?
Move to accept ordinance 978.
Second.
In discussion. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Hughes.
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier.
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Stockton.
Motion carries. We also have first reading on the adoption of a new zoning map. This is the one that Chuck went over extensively in the workshop and clearing up some things that needed to be cleared up for some time as far as the zoning map goes. Is there a motion to accept the new zoning map?
I make a motion we adopt the updated zoning map, city of Sweetwater.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Hughes.
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier.
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Stockton.
We have received one bid on the fire vehicle as advertised and ready in the equipment budget for the year. One is all we've got. We're going to open that at this time and read it off to you. This is from Jackie Jones. It's a good looking sucker, I'll tell you that. It's, what is it here? Let's see if we can find out. It's a police interceptor. 2015 utility all-wheel drive, 6-speed automatic transmission. It's got all the bells and whistles that you would need, and I won't go over all of those. Warranty is 36,000 miles. The cost to the city of Sweetwater is $15,500. Alan, you want to take a look at this? Make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the bid.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? If not, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion does carry. We have taken applications for part-time janitorial staff. Debbie Watson was selected. Is there a motion to approve?
I make a motion we approve that.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carries. Debbie here by any chance? Okay, just wondered who was gonna recognize her. She was. Commissioner Richardson, you have appointment to the fire department.
I do. I'd like to bring to the board to appoint Christian Gonzalez as a part-time volunteer firefighter on our staff. He is a fully qualified firefighter, and I believe he'll be a good asset to our department. Christian Gonzalez is part-time. I'll put that in form of a motion.
Is there a second on Christine? Any discussion? Any questions? If not, all in favor, aye. Opposed likewise, motion does carry. Commissioner Richardson, I think you have another.
I do. We have, as most know, Doug's here tonight. He retired on us here a few weeks ago. I've been in contact with MTAS, doing a lot of research, a lot of study, and I've come to the conclusion that at this point in time, I would like to put in the form of a motion, the nomination for John Anderson to be our next chief of fire in Sweetwater.
Second.
Motion's made second. Any discussion? Any questions? If not, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carries. John, if you'll come forward. John is taking a lot of leadership, and we are happy this is an appointment I think the city of Sweetwater is proud of, and I think he'll do an outstanding job. John, would you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Tennessee and the charter and ordinances of the city of Sweetwater, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which I have been appointed and which I am about to assume. We have also had a request for a one-time extension to use vacation pay for police and fire personnel due to the current vacancies. This is an effort to hold down overtime cost. The request is that rather than force the emergency personnel to use vacation time or lose it by June 30th, the board grants a one-time extension to roll unused vacation time to be used by June 30th, 2021. Is there a motion to accept this?
I'd like to make a motion to accept the rollover of vacation time for those departments.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Motion does carry. I'm going to adjourn and come back for a little bit further business, but the adjournment now, I will adjourn and we will reconvene to a beer board as a Sweetwater Beer Board to take action on two applicants. The first is the local Jiffy Market, Main Street, which is now under new ownership. Chief Byron.
Yes, sir, they've met all the requirements and background check and everything, Mr. Patel, this is paperwork here.
Jessica, is a surety bond in order and application? Do I hear a motion to accept Jiffy on Main Street, new beer license?
So make the motion.
Any discussion? Motion been made and second.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion does carry. Second, we have, the second is the application for Coquita?
Coquita.
Huh?
Coquita.
Coquita. Coquita. For a license. This is at 501 North Main Street, Sweetwater, to review the application for Coquita. And Eddie, how do you?
They've met investigation on background and location requirements, everything meets the requirements.
Is surety bond?
Surety bond.
Your motion?
So move.
Any discussion? We're good. All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed likewise? Motion carries. Now I want to come back to our normal business here tonight. We always look forward to this particular night that we come together as a council to recognize people that love their community and have served their community with dignity and with honor. And many of you qualify sitting here. We've just not got to you yet. But we have some sitting here. Larry Anderson will never get it, so don't worry about that. But his dear wife, Pat, did. I believe it was last year, or year before last, wasn't it? Year before last. So tonight it gives me great pleasure to present one of these people to you tonight. Her name is Marie Cox, and her husband Jack started Hunter's Restaurant downtown years ago when Sweetwater wasn't like it is today. And her and Jack, especially her, they've given countless hours of fundraising. They have made donations. They have helped promote Sweetwater to tourists and leaders to many of our functions and places to meet. They have always given freely, and they've always wanted, and I think we've got a vibrant downtown Sweetwater, and they certainly have contributed the vibrance that the city of Sweetwater is right now. Marie has been active with the Main Street organization, SAMPO, which is the Sweetwater Merchants and Property Owners Association. She's been a contributing factor to that. She has met faithfully and participated in all the events, made suggestions, and helped in everything that we do really in downtown Sweetwater. And we appreciate her for promoting Sweetwater for all these years. And we want to recognize her tonight for this. This year we'd like to recognize Marie Cox as Citizen of the Year. Come on up, Marie. On behalf of the city of Sweetwater, I want to present you with this. Look right there in the camera and say hi. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Also would like to present another, I've been giving away two since 2010. And when I was elected mayor, I decided to do this because so many of our citizens that do so much work for the city of Sweetwater just don't get recognized. And a lot of times when we recognize them, they're already dead. And so we want to recognize them while they're alive and thank them for what they contribute to the city of Sweetwater. And this year, we would like to recognize somebody that's no stranger to all of us as the Male Citizen of the Year Award. He has been in public service for 36 years, Doug Watson. He served the community for 3 decades, really. He has served as police officer in the city of Sweetwater, detective, Monroe County Sheriff, Sweetwater Fire Department, and the County Commission. Doug is one of these guys that we kind of call him, he can handle it. Whatever comes up, Doug can pretty well handle it. He is highly respected, not only by his peers that are here tonight, but many of his friends, including myself. He has served with integrity and always handled a tremendous amount of responsibility and handled it well. We are happy to present the Male Citizen of the Year Award to my buddy, Doug Watson. Doug Watson. Good job. Doug, on behalf of the city of Sweetwater, we appreciate everything that you have done for us.
Well, I'd just like to say that y'all made a great choice when you picked John Anderson. I just want to tell you that. He's been there with me the whole time, and, I can't say enough about him. I mean, he's just a great guy. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, we've got cake, and we're gonna have some coffee, and we got some Cokes, water in the refrigerator. We're gonna have a cake, and we're just gonna mix and mingle. You're welcome to stay here with us and fellowship if you'd like. Having said all that, we are adjourned. Thank you for being here.